softly spoken, with no strings tying you to me. I'm happy in your company with no emotion, 'cause my love deserves to be free. I never wanna look at a house and
Good day, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's your wellness coach, Coach Sasa. But today I am not my usual self. I guess the Makoti vibes. It's a Sunday. I wanted to cook for my family and I just wanted to feel as a mom. So hence I'm all dressed up as Olengomso. So by the way, Olengomso is my name, Lasemzini, for those who didn't know about that. So today's session is about, is there really what we call perfect makotis? Is there really makoti or perfect, guys? So these were just thoughts that just went through in my mind. I guess it's because of this, dressing up as makoti, and for me personally, I personally feel like there's no perfect makoti because there's no one perfect. And why trying to be perfect anyways? Because part of not being perfect is you basically learning, on how to just do things the way you can as Sisa or as anyone else who has joined a new family, right? So I am going to be touching on a bit of certain topics so that we can maybe, share what I think, and maybe you can leave your comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like and share this, and be part of my community. As I've said, I'm not perfect. I've just started doing this, so please do bear with me. I will get better with time. Okay, is there really a perfect makoti? Is there? Okay, personally, I feel like there's no perfect makoti because as a new makoti into the Hosa family, I know that I am not perfect, and I know that I am not even working towards being perfect. All I'm working towards is being accepted in the family, and I do know that the family has accepted me long time ago. I am part of the family. They are happy with me, I'm happy with them, and we are just basically getting to know each other deeper and deeper. Because remember, when you join a new family, you get to learn so much about that family. You get to learn about the culture, the religion, you get to learn people's personalities. So it's not an easy thing, but if you get into that whole makoti situation and you get to realize that you're not there to change things, number one, you are not there to be Mrs. Know-it-all. You are not there to be a person who suddenly is gonna have like an input on a whole lot of things. Remember, this is your new family. It already has its own members. So you need to know indawo yakho, you need to know your place, you need to know when to sit down. The only person that you can do anything with, you can say anything with, it is just your husband. But when it comes into other people, it's not your property. So all the time you basically need to go to Tata Wekai and be like, yo, this is what I think. And then he's going to be the person that's going to be actually, talking to the people of the family. And that's how you can actually avoid, a couple of things as a new makoti. Because remember, you still want to be that person that, they know that, okay, they like, or they feel that, they can trust. Because there's a lot of issues that, when you join a new family come into place. And all you don't want is to scare people as if you care to take away their son. You want them to feel comfortable about you. You want them to know that you're a good woman and you're just here to build basically and to be an additional family member. All right. And I personally feel like this society in general is adding so much pressure actually to wives, to makotis in general, I'm married to Gutsolo, so that's where my in-laws are at. As much as here in Joburg, Loiso's family members are here, but when it comes into the elders and where Utsekiwam was done, it was all done in Eastern Cape, Gutsolo, and I know that definitely, if I go there are certain expectations on me as Olingomso, not Coach Sisa or Ubongi or Usisa, I have to dress in a certain way. I have to do things in a certain way. Unlike when I'm here, So even that can put so much pressure on wanting to be perfect. But I am just here to say that it is okay not to know how to cook umngqusho, It is okay not to know how to cook for masses if you have not been exposed to such a situation. I've never been to any event or umcimbi back at home where I have been exposed to cooking umngqusho, where I've been exposed to cooking all these things that normally as phekwayo when kukhona imicimbi. I haven't been in that situation. So basically someone can look up to me and be like, no, she knows how to do this and that and that and that and that and that and that, and then I'm like, ezalilani ezi zinto, like anzazi, I'm only used to cooking for like me, Lloyd, and Kawe, or when I'm back at home at Debeni, just cooking for my family, So now if it's gonna be like masses, there's umngcwabo or there's umgidi, literally I'm gonna be a baby because I'm gonna be asking other kotis, dude, how do we do this? Am I doing it right? So I also think that with us being new makotis, let's be willingly to learn from people that have been there and not have attitude or think that we know it all. Be humble and just be honest and communicate with the people, with the makotis, the lalini, or wherever, and be like, I've never done this. Please, guys, teach me how to do this. And that's a process of you having to learn, how certain things are done. And I think just by being humble and just by being yourself, you actually creating more relationships and you're creating more trust onto people, and they can actually be there for you in times of needs because they know that okay, Ulingomso struggles with 1 and 2 and 3. So if there's anything at home, people will be quite aware that I actually need their support, even though the support structure is a bit tricky as Lalina, because oh my god, guys, like, and I'm hardly there to attend events because of situations, So there's a lot of whole dynamics. But I am on a point that if society is not putting so much pressure, if we as omakoti or as wives, we're not judging one another, I feel like we all could be learning from one another, and we all could be trusting one another instead of thinking that I'm better than Ulingomso or I can do this better. It's not a competition. I mean, if Omakoti, you're already someone's wife, so you don't have to compete about anything, but we just have to be there to help each other to learn certain things in this journey of being a Makoti, And then as I've touched on the expectations are not on the society as only, they are also in the family that you married to, basically. And I think it's very important that you share as much as you can about your background. You share as much as you can about your culture, your religions, how you were brought up, so that your in-laws can actually have like a bit of a background on how you grew up and how they're gonna be able to take you one step at a time to get you, understanding stuff with your new family and all of that, so that kube khona that gap that they give you to be able to adjust, because I mean, you become a makoti at a certain age. All your life you've been in a household where things are done in a specific and a certain way. Now suddenly you have to unlearn a culture. Maybe you were used to going to Ewisile, now you have to go Ezion. That's a huge adjustment. Like, it's a huge adjustment. Or maybe you grew up in a family where it's all Christianity, and now your partner is so deep into traditional things. So I feel that it is so imperative that you get to build relationships with your in-laws, with everybody, putting them into a position of having to understand you better. That way, the learning process and the unlearning process, it becomes a bit easier. It's not going to be easy, but it becomes a bit easier because you're all giving each other time to adjust to everything basically that you have to learn about each other, right? And then we talk about your husband playing a role in all of this. I think also your husband being your supporter, your number one fan, the go-to person, it helps a lot. Because with everything that happens, with all the expectations, with everyone looking at you on being a perfect makoti, but if your partner's got your back, if your partner's got your back, I feel like even this whole thing would just be something that you would not personally put yourself under pressure for, because you know that your man's got your back, your boo's got you, your man, we are on that, but yeah, sisters can't do 1 2 and 3, so he will just stand up for you and be like, no guys, uma makaqhawe ulingomso akazukwazi ukuthi avakale because umdade ekhaya. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's also important that you're not trying to be a wife material to your partner, try to sell yourself. So, be honest with your umuntu wakho, umxelele uba yo, yabona ulusu, I can't. Azange ndalibheka ulusu. I don't know how to do this. If awukazwa mbiyokamanzi because you didn't grow up doing that, tell your husband and be like, dude, I've never done this before, I don't know how I go about this, so that at least that person is that person that is able to talk to the family and let them know, but okay, this is the situation of umakoti wethu, instead of these expectations that are not gonna take anyone anywhere, because there are certain things that you can't do. So make sure that you're transparent as much as you can with umuntu wakho, so that naye I understand. And then even if you're frustrated and you feel like things are a bit hectic, but if we understand the situation, then it's easier for him to support you. It's easier for him to communicate with the family. It's easier for him to be your number one fan and be there for you. And trust me, I do know that families are not the same. Some families, they actually initiate their makotis and they want them to do A, B, and C. And even the husband now is put in an awkward position because they don't know how now to act, because the elders, they always have a way of even sometimes scaring the husband or putting the husband in a very awkward position. Because remember, he's your husband, he's the house of the household, but then when he's a son, things are totally different, so just make sure that your husband wakho uyakufumana, understand, but okay, babes, slay queen or whatever. I don't know, guys, but just make sure that you and your partner are And then also, with this being said, there are also responsibilities that we really as makotis need to respect. Remember, you get married to this person and now you are an additional member to his family, right? And you mustn't be that person ofika your emzini to try shake things up, to try and be seeking attention. That is so unnecessarily. If your husband had certain responsibilities, respect that, and be open about having those conversations of knowing what are the responsibilities, what are the expectations, and when you know that okay, your husband is actually responsible for 1 and 2 and 3, then maybe you can work on a plan on making sure that you are assisting him, or there are certain things that you actually accept and make peace with that your husband won't be able to do because of the responsibilities that he already has at home. You're not going to be that makoti now that's going to tell umyeni wakho to stop doing 1 and 2 and 3 because now you are the boss. No, guys, no, let's not do these things. I call right London, but try into about you speak with your husband, know what are the responsibilities, and also now we'll talk to him about what responsibilities or what expectations you also have at home, because you can't just throw the ball. now, like drop the ball just like that. Now you're married, now you're no longer buying groceries at home, now you're no longer sending money. No, it can't be like that. Now you can't pay for school fees for your sibling that you were paying for and all of those things. No, try to have those those conversations, because if you have those conversations, then it's gonna help a whole lot, not only from his side of the family, but also from your side of the family. And then you both get to be respected in both families, because you both responsible, you both working as a team trying to help one another, and you're just building together. Ani busy. You are just building together, of which I think that's a good thing that anyone or chatelayo wants to do. And also now sungena apa as a person that does not know how are you going to be useful into this new family. I think that's one of the things that Aban Basimzin are actually looking at, that okay, Olingomsa, how is she going to be helping us? How is she going to be contributing towards ifamily yakhe? Don't try to be la mntu ongathuza kwenza everything. Zafike wakhe u5 rooms. Awukabi nawo nomzi. Don't be that person. But try to show that you are here to build with them. You are here to support them. You are here to work with them. And you're not gonna try to do things to prove points, or to try to show that, okay, you know what, I can do this, because you are going to crash, and then everyone is just going to sit down and watch you, doing things or proving points. No, just be humble, work with everybody, support everybody, contribute, and be honest when you can't. Be honest when you can't. Be honest, be transparent, and say, I know that this is what we are doing apekaya, but unfortunately I can't contribute. Asikwazi ukwenza sinotata kaqhawe utata kabani. Just be honest, so that they know that if you could, you would. And don't dodge your responsibilities. If you know that Umyenowako's got certain responsibilities, continue supporting him with those responsibilities, and also continue being open to him to say that if things are a bit tight financially, he must be a man enough to say, we can't do this, guys. That way he will be respected, than him trying to put himself in a position where now he has to do everything, even if you guys can't, because that's also going to add unnecessary pressure in your own marriage. So with all that being said, to round off this, there is no perfect Makoti. Makotis, humble yourselves, sit down. If you do not know what to do, just like me, most of the things I don't know, like I don't know, and I can't. There shouldn't be an expectation, but because I'm from ezalilani, Emanfre, I should know, because I grew up in a household where all of these things that most Makotis know were done only on special occasions at home, like utywala, cooking for masses, ukyoteza. But yes, things have changed now. Things are no longer done the way they used to be done back in the days, which is very nice. Like, it's super cool, But there are also some things that I haven't been exposed to, like ukwenza amarewu, ukwenza imbila. Yeah, some of the things my granny taught me back in the days, like ukungqusha, ukusebenzisa ilitye, even though I used to do umgrayo for inkukhu namantshontsho, and if she was making imbila, we would just do intlama with itye, and then ayicweze yena to make it super perfect. But it was just her introducing us, and not like taking us to like an advanced level into learning so much about this. So let's humble ourselves. Let's talk to other Makotis. Let's learn, and let's just create this whole Makoti vibe thing. Ibe righty, ibe grand, kobe mnandi nje. But please don't put pressure on us. Don't put pressure on other kids. And Makoti is just a normal lady, a woman. It's just umtu. So with that being said, let me not drag this for too long. We're not perfect. We're just Makotis. We're just human beings. We're trying to build to help abayeni bethu, and that's about it. If you like this, please do subscribe. I'm not gonna be promising you guys certain content. When I feel like recording, I will be recording. It's from Unyangomso, your wellness coach, Sissa over here. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and comment on the section below. Mwah! Have a lovely Sunday!